We've put together this list of mind-blowing space facts to surprise and amaze everyone in your friends and family. How massive stars end their lives? How many galaxies are there in the universe? What's the temperature in the outer space? Finding the answers to these questions and more will leave everyone shook. So, without wasting more time, let's get started with Number 1. Photon has double standards. It takes a photon, on average, 170,000 years to travel from the core of the sun to the surface, but then just 8 minutes to reach Earth after that. Number 2. The hottest planet in our solar system is 8 times hotter than the Earth. If you are thinking about Mercury, you are wrong. It is Venus. Interestingly, thickest atmosphere of Venus traps heat and raised the temperature to 840 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 3. When it comes to comets, Halleys Comet won't orbit past Earth again until 2061. Discovered in 1705, the famous comet was last seen in 1986 and is only seen once every 75 to 76 years. Number 4. A most expensive suit on planet Earth is not from a clothing brand, but from NASA. A full space suit cost almost $1 billion. About 70% of the total cost was for the backpack and control module. And if it's in your wish list, you must know it's not for sale. NASA itself reuses the spacesuits that were made in 1974. Number 5. Neutron stars can spin 600 times per second. Surprised? They can rotate up to 60 times per second after they are born from a core collapse supernova star explosion, and have been known to spin as fast as 712 times per second because of their physics. Number 6. The footprints on the moon will be there for 100 million years. The moon has no atmosphere, which means the footprints of the Apollo astronauts, along with spacecraft prints, rover prints, and discarded material, will be there for millions of years. Number 7. In 3.75 billion years, the Milky Way and Andromeda galaxies will collide. The Andromeda galaxy is approaching the Milky Way, where our solar system is at a rate of around 110 kilometers per second, 68 miles per second, and eventually the two will collide to form a giant elliptical galaxy. Number 8. You don't need welding equipment in space. If two pieces of the same type of metal touch in space, they will permanently bond. This incredible fact is also known as cold welding, and it happens because the atoms of two pieces of metal have no way of knowing they are separate. This doesn't happen on Earth because of the air and water found between the pieces. Number 9. This is the most amazing discovery about space ever. There is floating water in space. Astronomers have found a massive water vapor cloud that holds 140 trillion times the mass of water in the Earth's oceans, somewhere around 10 billion light years away. Number 10 is our one of the most weird space fact. There's a rogue supermassive black hole speeding through space at around 5 million miles per hour. Usually, every galaxy contains a black hole, but this one has been kicked out of its home galaxy, 3C186. This is probably the result of two galaxies colliding, which may have united both black holes. Astronomers predict that in 20 million years, it will break out of its galaxy and roam the universe forever. Number 11. We are all made of stardust. After the Big Bang, tiny particles came together to make hydrogen and helium. Then, in the super-dense and hot centers of stars, these elements fused together to make all the elements up to iron and star exploded at the end of its life. Number 12. A Mars-sized object probably crashed into Earth 4.5 billion years ago. This is the best idea we have for how the moon formed. The object would have chipped off a chunk of rock that became the moon and made Earth's axis tilt slightly. Number 13. There is a volcano on Mars 3 times the size of Everest. At 600 kilometers wide and 21 kilometers high, Olympus Mons is a volcano on Mars that may still be active, according to scientists. It is the tallest peak of any planet. However, the Rhea Silvia central peak on the asteroid Vesta is taller at 22 kilometers. Number 14. The gas giant Jupiter is a failed star. Jupiter, the largest planet in the solar system, is composed of hydrogen and helium. These are the same elements that our sun is made up of. However, Jupiter is not large enough to start nuclear fusion and generate its own energy. If it were around 80 times bigger, it would become a star with low mass. Another fun fact about Jupiter is that it has a storm called the Great Red Spot. It has been swirling for more than 100 years. Number 15. Pluto is now classified as a dwarf planet, not a planet. Many planet-like objects are getting discovered, which means the number of planets will keep on changing. Because of this, the International Astronomical Union made a new category called dwarf planets.